Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Got to be honest, I'm not feeling great this morning. In fact, I'm concentrating very, very hard on not being sick. If I do vanish at any moment, and I'm not joking here. If I do vanish at any moment, that's where I'll be. But there is a show to bring you, so I really don't have time for that. Besides, I need to be fit and well for tomorrow. We've got two shows to bring you tomorrow. The Breakfast show in the morning and our world premiere with the Mighty Caterpillar at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And then with barely a pause for breath, I'm heading for the JCB World headquarters to talk all things hydrogen on Thursday. Speaking of the world premiere, though, don't forget there will be prizes up for grabs. In fact, I have one of those prizes right here. That box contains a very smart Caterpillar hydraulic breaker model that would look good on pretty much any shelf, desk or mantelpiece or anywhere else you'd like to keep it. So be sure to tune in for your chance to win. Now, without further ado, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It is Tuesday, the 29th of November, nearly December. I realise you can do the math, but nearly December. Can you believe that? As that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, a demolition company has been fined over an accident in 2020 that left a young woman fighting for her life. Kinshofer unveils the latest additions to its product range. Volvo goes large with all-electric excavators, and we're dozing with Shantui. Plus, XCMG unveils a hybrid crane, and we'll get to all that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to Little Women author Louise May Alcott and to Chronicles of Narnia author C.S. Lewis. Happy birthday also to former President of France Jacques Chirac, to professional wrestler Jerry the King Lawler, to actor Don Cheadle, and to Baywatch actress Gina Lee Nolan, to footballer Ryan Giggs, Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman, and to rapper The Game. Many happy returns to them, one and all. If you have been following the Breakfast Show from the very beginning, you may recall the name Shannon Brazier. Shannon was involved in a demolition accident back in July 2020, and this is how we reported it at the time. We've just heard via the Evening Standard that a young demolition worker is currently fighting for her life after she was hit by the Evening Standard describes it as a JCB, but I think we all know that the media often refers to diggers as JCB, so hit by a machine while at work. Shannon Brazier apparently is 20 years old and from Dagenham in Essex, and the reports suggest that she's got a brain injury, severe damage to facial bones, a broken back, and she's currently in a coma on life support at the Royal London Hospital. The report says that she was airlifted to hospital after being struck at a site in Southend-on-Sea on Tuesday afternoon, so it's taken a while for all of this to grab the headlines. I think I can probably bring you a photograph of the young lady in question now. Yeah, that apparently is Shannon Brazier, according to the Evening Standard. Can you believe the show used to look like that? It's a wonder anyone tuned in. And believe it or not, that was a fabric backdrop that I had there. Not that that's got anything to do with the story. And now we've been following Shannon's journey from the very beginning. In fact, we actually helped raise some money for Shannon's family at the time. Well, that incident has now come to court, and the demolition company concerned, Ace Demolition Services, has been fined, and one of its directors has been ordered to do 250 hours of unpaid work. We now know that Shannon was working with a colleague to load a fuel hose into the rear of a 21-ton excavator when the machine moved around and crushed her between the excavator and a mobile fuel tank. An investigation by the Health and Safety Executive found that Ace Demolition Services failed to implement suitable controls to segregate pedestrians and construction plant, allowed 2 pairs of keys to be used during the refueling process, and allowed operatives to act as signallers banksmen for the excavator without having received adequate training. Ace Demolition Services Limited and Director John Gilligan pleaded guilty to breaching the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. As a result, Ace Demolition Services was fined £20,000 and ordered to pay costs of £9,731 at Chelmsford Magistrates Court on the 24th of November. John Gilligan, meanwhile, was given a 12-month community order with a requirement to undertake 250 hours of unpaid work. But far more importantly, I spoke to Shannon myself maybe 6 months ago, and she is well on the road to recovery. So I hope that road continues. But there you are, you're up to date. Now, weirdly, you may have noticed that I was wearing a Kinshofer hat back in that clip from July 2020. Guess who's up next? It's almost like we plan these shows.
So first product I'm going to show is the new rotation drive, RD we call it. So that's everything which is orange here. So that's a complete new rotation drive, 360 degrees endless. It builds very, very low and very, very light in weight. And then in combination with our different quick coupler ties, we call it the RC, rotating coupler. It comes very, very flexible and offers the best efficiency to our customers. Especially the rotating block builds even lighter than just tilting. And as long as we can build that light and low, we keep the maximum breakout force with the customer's machine. But we will be able to provide soon the complete range from 1 ton up to 30 ton excavator weight. With our product management teams and also we from the sales team, we try to be as close as possible, of course with our customers, which are the dealers or the manufacturers, but we try to be as close with the end users as well. That's why it's so important to have these shows like Bauma, to get in touch with the end users, show them new products, tell them what their needs are, what their problems are, and then implement it into our development structure for new products. So to try to develop the best products they need and fulfill their needs. Here we're looking at the new TR045. So we increased our tilt rotator range to lower level. So this comes now up to an excavator weight of 4.5 ton. Completely cylinderless solution. So everything is pretty narrow here. It builds also low and as light as possible. So we can use them in very tight ditches, for example. And of course, there's no damage for any cylinders which stand over. Then we use we call it upper bracket, so the suspension to get fixed to the excavator. With the universal bracket, it's very, very flexible. So you can use it for your excavator size, but even if we would change the excavator, it's very easy to modify to a new excavator size. We could also use different adapter types for different quick coupler solutions to build it in a sandwich way. Of course, we are able to offer nearly each common quick coupler below the tilt rotator. The third new product is the TC coupler, tilting coupler, TC as we call it, using our RA, our rotary actuator. It also using the elliptical piston as we saw before at the TR. And in regard to that elliptical piston, we are able to build that low. And therefore we build very light, keep all the breakout force with the operator's machine. As you can see here, the universal bracket on top, we use a bolted version. So in regard to the bolted version, we are very, very flexible. Can we use our universal brackets? We can also use different adapter plates suiting different quick couplers. The 045 now suits a lot better. It's more universal as we could implement the universal bracket on top. It builds even lower than the 05 before and can be also equipped with all the different quick couplers in that particular size. Yeah, we want to see in face-to-face our customers back again, find out what they think about our new products, get a good indication about what will market be. As you know, we have been through difficult times, faced two difficult times again. So just have good conversations, have good catch-ups, and at night have some proper beer. Yeah.
Spoken like a true German. Thanks for that, Stefan. Just going to hop over into the chat very, very quickly. Pleased to see Ross Redhead over here from Redhead Demolition. Apparently, he has just priced the job, or the remains of the job, down in Southend on what Shannon Brazier was injured. Good luck with that, Ross. I hope you pull that one off. Redhead Demolition, damn fine demolition company, if I say so myself. Also going to say get well soon to Al Grierson. Off sick at home today. Nose is wetter than that of a healthy golden retriever. I've put it in the chat, although as you're on LinkedIn, I don't suppose you'll be able to see it. I've just said, welcome to the sick world, Al. I feel as rough as a robber's dog today, and I really do. I would quite happily go and sit in the toilet and spew, I think is the word. Nick Drew is here. Won't be around tomorrow, spending the day with those fine folks up at Augertalk in Cheltenham, then back on the ice in Bristol in the evening. Funnily enough, I think I heard from somebody from Augertalk just this morning, so give them my very best regards while you're there. Now, on with the show.
Since the finance bill came into effect in April, the construction industry has seen a surge of fuel thefts. The rising cost of living has placed an additional risk of theft by employees and contractors, as well as opportunistic thieves. By using diesel dye and placing warnings of its use, you are sending a clear message that this is your fuel.
What with all the Balmer stuff and all the talk of drugs and alcohol, we haven't been out on site for a spot of dozing for quite some time. Well, it's time we set that straight. Yeah, I've seen that Shantui brand at ConExpo in the past. I wonder if we'll ever see one of their machines here in the UK. Just had a very quick comment here from Ken Hatcher. LGP pads on that dozer. Don't know. The video was actually sent to us. Didn't think to check actually, but they look wide-ish, not super wide, but wide-ish. If anybody else has any information on that, I'd love to hear from you. But more of this. If you were watching my video interview with Arvid Ronaldo a week or two ago, you may recall that he mentioned the fact that Volvo has developed a 20-ton class all-electric excavator. Would you like to see it? Of course you would.
Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn a little bit more about the EC230 electric machine. And with me I have Remy, the product manager for Excavator. Hello Remy.
Hello Paulina.
Could you tell me a little bit more about this machine?
Yeah, for sure. Today we have with us the first large electric excavator from Volvo CE, which is the EC230. We are very proud to show you today this machine, which is coming after the successful launch of the compact electric range of loader and excavators. The EC230 will offer the same features as the EC220, which is the conventional machine in the same size class of machine. We can bring the same tool size, we have the same digging forces, the same lifting capacities, with the added value to have less noise and zero emissions. This new machine is equipped with 4 battery packs, ensuring the operator to be able to work during 4 to 5 hours in general purpose applications. We are here on the right hand side of the machine. Inside we will find the hydraulic pumps, which are exactly the same as the EC220, the conventional machine, meaning that we have the same performance of the machine. These pumps are not driven by an electric motor, meaning that we are consuming the electricity only when the operator needs to work with the machine. In other words, the idle time is gone. This brand new machine will help our customer to get a free CO2 job site. To help them also in the power supply, we are looking after some solution and some technology, for example a container with battery inside, to have the power supply on the job site, also fast charger or onboard charger, as this machine is already equipped. At Volvo Group, we are also providing a full range of machines. We have the FE trucks from Volvo Trucks, we have also the compact machines and now the large machines for the construction segments. Actually, the EC230 is on customer field test and then only available on selected markets. These new machines will drive our activity in a new era.
Yeah, personally, I think that size of machine probably represents the very top end of electric technology, at least as it stands today. Whether hydrogen will become the fuel of choice above 20 tonnes remains to be seen, but who knows what the future of battery technology might hold. As Peter Haddock has just said there, morning Peter, great to see Volvo Construction Equipment continuing to invest in electric machines. Wonder when SMTGB will be selling the first ones in the UK. Don't know the answer to that. What I can tell you is there is one of those working up in Oslo as we speak. I think that is not a prototype, but it's probably an early release model. Hoping for some more information on that in the not too distant future. And in answer to that EC230 is really intriguing. No information on availability yet. As I say, there is a machine working up in Oslo. I'm not entirely sure if it's actually a commercially sold machine or whether it's an advance of sale, field follow type machine. But there's certainly one out in the wild rather. I still don't know where the electric is coming from. We are running on max now. Yeah, that's very true. EC220, how many hours running in difficult conditions? remains to be seen. As I say, I think we are probably still very much in field follow mode at the moment, so I'm sure we'll get more information out of the fine folks at Volvo in the not too distant future.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
It's that time. What time? It's Messer Munchen Memories time. As you know, I spent a fair bit of time with the fine folks at XCMG during Bauma 2022. I got to see their excavators, compaction equipment, and even their access platforms. While they don't normally interest me, I also got to see their latest crane. And I'm only sharing it now because the crane in question is a bit different. It's a hybrid.
Okay, my name is Rafael Romão. I'm a mechanical engineer for the crane products. EV, this is a new concept of XCMG. This is a hybrid crane. That means the superstructure can work with diesel engine or electrical motor. Yes, and it could also work plugged or unplugged because there is a battery assembly inside of the counterweight that can provide until 4 hours autonomy for the work with the superstructure. The main benefits that we can find at the moment is the low emission, because if you work with the battery in the electrical mode, you're gonna have a zero emission. This kind of product is most used for as auxiliary crane in the job sites, to help in the garage to assemble big cranes, and also for small job constructions. It's 3 hours to charge the battery. Yes, with a 63 ampere plug. XCMG all-terrain cranes are reliable. They have a good quality, and most principal, they are very profitable.
Say what you like about Chinese manufacturers like XCMG, but in some instances, like this hybrid crane, like their electric, their 5-ton electric micro excavator, or mini excavator rather, not just playing catch up with Western technology, they're actually setting the industry agenda. Keep an eye on them, people.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I am going to remind you, tomorrow night at 7 p.m, we'll be giving away 3 of these. That's hydraulic breaker models. I'm not going to open it because I want it to arrive with the winner's box fresh, but it's a hydraulic breaker model from the mighty Caterpillar. So tune in tomorrow at night. That, as I say, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping like a sick gazelle over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Get well soon, Al Grierson, and get well soon, Nick Drew as well. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I'll see you probably quite briefly on the other side of this.